Hi, my name is Cassandra Delgado. I am a certified prosthetist orthotist and director of education with Coyote. Today, we will be reviewing the demo program that we have available for our SmartPuck system, which is an elevated vacuum system, which will allow you to demo and see if this is a great option for your patients. Now, let's go through the video today and look at what is in our box. So to start with, we have our puck fabrication guide. This guide has instructions for the SmartPuck, which we are reviewing now, the AirPuck, and the ZeroPuck. This is both a prosthetist and a technician guide, so there are detailed steps for how to do your check socket and your final lamination fabrication. You will find on page 12 and 13 the QR code for whenever you are ready to set up the Bluetooth app. So make sure you look at that and download it. Now, in our box here, we are first going to pull out our SmartPuck. You will see on the front of the SmartPuck there is the charging port. We're good clinicians, so we are going to plug that in right away to ensure that we have our SmartPuck nice and charged for when our patient shows up. You may also see this hall switch sticker. This is where your Bluetooth is going to be located for whenever a patient wants to toggle the pump on, off, or reset the Bluetooth. Now, with this, we have our charging cable included. You will see on this cable there is a small red dot on the top, which will align with the small red dot on the charging port. Let's go ahead and plug that in now. You'll notice on the box of your charging section that there is going to be a light that comes up when you plug in the puck. There we go. So currently there's this red or amber light. This indicates that our puck is not fully charged. Now, we can always log into it with our app to see the exact percentage, but otherwise this will stay this amber color until it is fully charged. A full charge takes anywhere between 5 to 6 hours, and when it is fully charged, this light will turn green. As we continue through our box here, we're going to pull out some of our other items. So you will see a molding dummy. This is going to be used for your check socket fabrication, and you also have a lamination plate here as well. So whenever we are pulling our check socket for this phase, we will unscrew this bolt and remove this plate, which is used for our final lamination, and place this over our model and then drape from there. Again, with our check socket fittings, we are recommending a thermalin stiff or some type of a little bit stiffer material than more of the PETG or Vivac, simply because under significant vacuum, we don't want to have any fractures in our socket and ensuring that we can have good ambulation in a nice sturdy socket during this diagnostic phase. Additionally, in the box, you will see something called Molykote. This is a very special lubrication. This is the only type of lubrication we want to use on the SmartPuck. This ensures that the sealing band does not dry out and allows us to have optimal adherence and allow us to drop that SmartPuck in nice and evenly into the socket and remove it also when needed. You'll also see a small magnet key. This magnet, again, is where we can hover it over the hall switch. 1 vibration means that the puck is turned on. 2 vibrations means that the puck is turned off. If we hover this over the hall switch area for 10 seconds, this will reset the Bluetooth. And so you'll feel a longer vibration during that time. We have the 20mm installation screws. These are the 4 screws that will go into the SmartPuck when you are ready to fit your patient. However, whenever we are ready to remove the SmartPuck out of the system, these are the 2 longer screws that will help us push that puck out nice and evenly. Again, the SmartPuck has electronics on the very distal surface, so we never want to push anything or hammer anything that would potentially damage that SmartPuck. So you'll see these 2 removal screws. Additionally, you will find a variety of off-the-shelf distal cushions. These distal cushions may be a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner. Either way, you want to ensure that your distal cushion has a center hole punched in it, especially if you're using one that you prefer. Now, this center hole will ensure that there's optimal airflow through that primary intake filter, which is located at the center of the puck here. Now, last but not least, you will see filters in the box. These micron filters have 2 sides to them. One is a little bit more shiny and smooth. The other is more of a felt. We want the shiny to smile at us. So whenever we are putting it in, we want to put it right on top of our SmartPuck and ensure that that more shiny surface is facing us. So this will always go directly over top of the SmartPuck. Now, these should be changed periodically over time from your patient. So we supply quite a few in the demo kit, but really for, a few weeks that your patient would be trying it, really one is only needed. Typically, we recommend replacing these once a month, and it's something so simple, a patient can easily do it without needing to schedule an appointment. So, depending on what size distal cushion, you notice some of these are thicker and some are thinner. This could depend on how bony the patient's distal anatomy is. It also may depend on what build height you have. So ensure that you add space for whatever amount of distal cushion you are using for your check socket. So for example, if we look here, this one has some space built into it for a distal cushion. So we want to make sure that we drop it in and have good spacing there. Now, we also want to make sure that we always have that filter between the two. So ensuring that we place our filter in first, felt side down, right on top, and then adding our distal cushion, whether it's one that is thicker, which fits more appropriately in this socket, or if someone does not have a lot of build height, or maybe does not need something as thick down there, just based on their distal anatomy, we could use smaller ones, again, with having a center hole punch. So ensuring that that's nice and flat on the bottom. We don't want any areas that could wrinkle, ripple, or rip over time. So when we have this all ready to go for our patients, this is an excellent option for still being able to see our socket while we're in this vacuum setting. We want to ensure the patient always has excellent distal contact. Additionally, for the SmartPuck, we are recommending using an outer suspension sleeve. Now, with this outer suspension sleeve, we have increased limb volume circulation, improvements in overall sweat, and reduced volume fluctuations throughout the course of the day. This outer sleeve should be used with either a fabric-based liner. If we are using a fabric-based liner, that top proximal edge should be reflected so that the outer sleeve can seal to it for optimal vacuum. This will also help prevent leaks from happening in the socket and will help prevent the pump from kicking on as frequently. The pump will kick on any time that there is over 1.5 inches of change that the pump detects. Depending on the amount of seal that you have in your patient, this can, pop on maybe for 1 second every hour, maybe 2 at the most. One of the common questions we get is, how loud is this pump, right? No one likes to hear that sound. Because we have a drop-in setup and we are not having to externally apply any type of special lamination plate or tapping a hole in our socket, we then have optimal seal. So we really have a quieter system, one, because the electronics are inside the socket, so it's very much so more muffled than any other external electric pumps. Additionally, this is an excellent way to help reduce all of those headaches that are typically associated with vacuum whenever we have to penetrate the socket wall. Now, with this, we want to ensure that during our check socket phase, if we do need to make any heat adjustments, that we stop and take the puck out if we believe that heat may transfer through this material, right? So if I'm needing to heat really close to where the puck is, I just want to be on the safe side, not damage our pucks, and remove that to ensure that we are able to adjust this. Now, the great part about this also is that because we have this visual and because of the drop-in system, we are not having to bond it to a plate, scuff it up, wrap it in fiberglass wrap. We have full visibility and full adjustability of our sockets throughout the entire phase. So we are reducing the headaches associated with it, ensuring that we're still staying on time with our appointment clinic lengths, and ensuring that we have that excellent fit for our patients. Now, with this, we allow you to hang on to this demo kit for quite a while, so you have about 30 days to work with your patient on it. If we can answer any questions, we absolutely want to be that resource for you. So whether it's education, sales, fabrication techniques, or you just want to have someone to be able to bounce some ideas off with your clinical care, we'd love to be that resource for you. So feel free to reach out to us directly. You can find all of our upcoming trainings at coyote.us/events. And then we'd love to be able to show you all of our different product offerings as well.